What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Absolutely April, here for another reality recap. And your girl has been gone. Yes, I. It was a whole thing, y'all. My son had got sick, then he gave it to me, and then the holidays. So, and then the shows that I recap went on hiatus. So it was like, but I am back. Nevertheless, I am back here for to give some of my viewpoints on Married at First Sight. And I don't know. Let's I'm not sure about this season yet. Comment down below on some of your thoughts of how this season is going so far. Some of the people that I have some thoughts. So let's just get into it. If you're new here, I do recaps on reality shows, TV shows, anything that I want to discuss is right here on this channel. So you might as well go ahead and subscribe and join the tribe. Now, if you're returning, thank you for sticking in there with your girl. I know I have been out, but I am back here for another review. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, like, share. Sharing is caring. I say that all the time. And what else? Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified about all of my uploads. Let's get into it, y'all. We have done all the preliminaries. Let's just get into it. So, Married at First Sight, their first episode was on Wednesday. I'm late. Grace, please. Also, I think Ready for Love is coming out, and it might be tonight because I'm doing this on a Friday. So, let's just go ahead. So, we're now in Nashville, Tennessee. I've never been to Nashville. I've always wanted to go to Nashville. I heard it's a great place to go if you're going for a bachelorette party. So I have to visit. It's not that far from Atlanta, so I definitely have to, take some time to go visit Nashville. So we're going to start out with some of our new people. Let's just get them on the screen. So this is our new cast. They seem, I don't know, y'all. I feel like this might be a boring season. What y'all think? I don't know. And Married at First Sight has like 2 hours. Their episodes are 2 hours. So I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna make it through because I want to talk about it and I like to discuss it with y'all. But y'all, this is gonna be, I don't know if it continues like this, is going to be a struggle. So we gotta make this, fun and engaging as possible because it's not giving what it's supposed to give, honey. It's not. So we start out with Kirsten. Kirsten is this lovely woman. I like Kirsten. She is the ultimate church girl. She is a Southern Belle church girl. She is 32. She's a real estate agent, but she's also very accomplished. She has her master's degree. She is a real estate agent. She doesn't quite come off like Stasha did, but she is very accomplished. And she says she wants a man who's very accomplished. And she's also very, very, very picky. She is the one who says she wants her man's, private area, his thing. She wants it to be at least a 7 or 8 inches. So, she wants a lot. She doesn't want no short man. So shout out to Missy. She doesn't want no short man. She wants somebody who's strong and in charge. Now, is that Shaquille? I don't know. Shaquille seems like the type of guy that was raised by women. He seems like that type of guy, which is nothing wrong with that. But he just seems like that type of guy. If she's looking for someone extremely, extremely masculine, he doesn't come across as extremely masculine. He's definitely a guy who likes to dress nice. He's into the church. Now, he checks everything that's on Kirsten's list. However, I don't know if she's going to be totally attracted to him. But we will see if she, and just saying this, Kirsten, who is extremely picky, why are you coming on Married at First Sight and you have all of this on your checklist because you're marrying someone blind and you know they have a track record of not giving you exactly what you wanted. They make, but she says what she wants on her list, but I don't know if she kind of told them how she wants to really be attracted to them. I don't know. She may have. She seemed like the type that would say right up front. But you know, the experts is not going to do all of that. They expect you, you know, for love to grow and the attraction and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know how Kirsten's going to feel if she can push through and power through. He is everything legit on her list. So she goes and it starts out with her going to her family members and telling them that she has been chosen for Married at First Sight. So immediately when she tells her crew, her mom was there and a couple of friends were there, and her mom just starts to cry. And her mom looks very, very young, but they look exact opposites. She's very prim and proper, and her mom looks like she could turn up still in the club. And that's not saying anything bad, but her mom definitely seems like she's that cool mom that will still go out and shake it on the dance floor just like anybody else. So you know, I don't know how that's going to work. We shall see. You know, what's going to happen with Shaquille and Kirsten. I'm just not convinced that she's going to like him, but I think he will really, really like her. She's a church girl. She's pretty. She knows how to dress. She knows how to carry herself. I think that he would definitely like her. But because Kirsten won't be able to get past certain things, it's probably going to cause an issue and a rift in their relationship. When he tells his friends, they were all in disbelief. He says that he is ready to get married because he's tired of being alone. And I'm gonna tell you, Shaquille, that's not any reason to get married. It's not. That's not a good reason to get married. That's not what you want to do, Shaquille. Just because you alone, because she's going to expect you to protect and provide for her. And I think you definitely will provide, but I don't know if you're going to be able to not be self-absorbed enough to be everything that she wants you to be. I don't know if Shaquille will have the staying power to want to get through some of her hangups. Because she might meet him, you know, give him the brick wall. Is he going to want to jump over that brick wall to get to who she is as a person? I don't know if he has that type of staying power, but we shall see. He's getting his doctorate at TSU. He mentors. He's into the church. He seems like a very good guy. However, I'm just not sure. He got into a bad car accident when he was 7 years old. He was wrapped around some barbed wire. So he could not play sports. So he didn't get into the sport. So he put his focus on other things like academics. So hence, that's why he has his doctorate and he's been pursuing that. He's a very accomplished guy. I like Shaquille. However, I just don't know if Shaquille is going to be everything that Kirsten wants. I think if she can get over the how he looks or maybe the initial attraction, I think that they could really work and I think they would be a great couple. Honestly, I think that they would be a great couple. But I don't have that much faith in Kirsten. She is definitely a church girl, but she is the type of church girl that wants what she wants. And that's just it. That's just it. It's just like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. If she could get past that, I think it'll work. But if she can't, I think it's going to end up crumbling because I could see her making his life hell, or he just not feel comfortable around her. Like it'll cause other issues. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure, but we shall see. We also have Dominyke, who's 25, and in this process, and a lot of the other cast members like, why is she in this process? And she's only 25. At 25, you're really wanting to dip and do it. So why would someone want to really be in this type of situation where you are getting married at 25? She's a pretty girl. Her mom is the one who actually put her into it. She and her mom are very close. They talk morning, noon, and night. They talk breakfast, lunch, dinner. They talk when she's on the way to work, when she comes from work. They talk all the time. They are attached at the hip. That is probably why her mom has put her up for Married at First Sight. She says that she's an old soul, but she tends to like to turn up with the girls. And at 25, that's what you're supposed to be doing, turning up with your girls and not wanting to get necessarily married. I don't know how this is going to work either, y'all. I don't know. I know Dominyke thinks she's very mature, but some of the stuff that she talked about, like she has to have a girls' night out, which when you're married, you don't have to give that up. Honestly, you don't. However, I don't know if McKinley has signed up for that type of wife. He seems like the Netflix and chill type guy. So I don't know if that's going to work for Mr. McKinley. But Dominyke, she broke it when she told her friends they were by the pool. She told her friends they were happy for her, but they said, we're not giving up our girls' night out. So, and she says she's not going to. So we're going to see how that happens. She is she's a mom. She's a only child, which I'm an only child, and she comes from a single mother, which I also came from a single parent, and also I'm an only child. So I definitely relate to Dominyke in that aspect. But as an only child, sometimes you have some selfish ways that you have to get through. And in a marriage, you cannot be selfish. You have to also consider your spouse. So I don't know if she's in that maturity level to where she would acquiesce to some of the things that Mack wants. I don't know. And if you look at this picture, Mack really doesn't seem that enthused. He really seems like he's not that happy with Dominyke. And so we're going to see how that's going to work for this couple. But I don't know. I don't know if Dominyke is going to be the right speed for Mack, because she's just they're two different age groups. There's a big gap. And also, I know Dominyke feels like she just has not ever picked the right person, but you're 25, girl. You're going to kiss a lot of frogs before you get to your prince. And you just should be dipping and doing it anyway. So you're going to meet a lot of frogs out there in the club. I mean, I don't know. And it's just got to the point where even, I don't know if her mom, she's just doing this to make her mom happy. It's just, I don't know. I don't think she's ready for marriage, but we're going to see. We're going to see. I'm pretty sure her mom is going to push her into making it work, especially if she likes Mack. Now, Mack is 34, so she's 25, he's 34, almost a 10-year difference. He aspires to have a marriage like his parents, so his parents have been together for a long time. So he told his family that's in Nashville, because he moved from Michigan. And so Mack has a story kind of similar to Kirsten. Now, him and Kirsten might have worked. I'm not Kirsten. Oh God, Kristen with a Y. Shout out to Misha. But Kristen from the last season, she was jilted right before her wedding, and she was left with the check. But Mack, he was in a relationship with this girl, and they were living together. They were, seeing each other. She had cheated on him, and then they ended up trying to work it out. And then next thing you know, she sends a picture of a ring on her finger, and he says, "Is that the ring that you want?" And she says, "I'm engaged." So yeah, he found out that his girlfriend, who he thought was his girlfriend, went and actually got engaged with someone else. So yeah, needless to say, he was extremely heartbroken. I think he ended up going to California to try to clear his head and work through this whole breakup. But I mean, he just was not in a good headspace. Now he feels like he's there and he wants to really have a marriage and be there, have someone to kind of, do life with. And unfortunately, I don't know what the experts were thinking, but Dominyke is not that one. And I think the reason why they set him up with Dominyke is because he said he was open to, being in an interracial relationship. And because she's biracial, I think that was the determining factor. And, she was probably open as well. But I just, I feel like married at first sight experts, y'all have to stop being so superficial and really get to the crux of what these people want and where they are in life, and to really match them up to someone who's compatible with them, not just their opposites or not what looks good on paper, but someone who's actually compatible. And I don't see the compatibility with these two. I like them individually, but I don't know if I like them together, because Max seems like he's a really good guy. He's really genuine. And Dominyke's a really good girl, but she's just in a different stage in life. And I don't see Mac wanting to be in the club with her. And I don't think she wants to be in the club with Mac. She wants to be with her girls, because anytime she talked, she was like, with my girls, with my girls, with my girls, not with my man and my girls. She wants to have her girls' night out. So that's going to be definitely a hump that they're going to have to work through. So he says he wants to be brought out of his shell. So maybe, Dominyke would help him, because she is very spunky. So maybe she would help him, come out of his shell, but there's going to have to be a compromise on the club, and, them two spending time together, and the girls, being a factor, her girlfriends being a factor in their life. So he says he's a hopeless romantic. We shall see. Maybe he will woo her and she won't even want to be in the club. So let's hope that happens for this couple, because I like them. Like I said, individually, I'm kind of skeptical with them being together. So moving forward, we have Chris and Nicole. Chris and Nicole are do y'all remember Jersey Shore? He looks like a Vinny. He looks like he and Vinny are related. Chris definitely looks kind of like Vinny. So yeah, I like Chris. He has nervous energy though. He definitely has a nervous energy. He says he's the nice guy. And anybody who says they're the nice guy, I'm kind of looking at you with the side eye. Not saying that I'm not nice. I'm pretty sure he is. However, it's kind of like, are you just being a pushover? Are you not having good boundaries? Is that why you consider the nice guy? So I don't know. But I really like him, and she is a ball of energy. She is going to Nicole. She's 32. She's from New York, but she moved to Nashville. And then once she moved to Nashville, the Ponderosa hit. And so it kind of stalled her dating life. But she is wanting to really get married, have someone that she could spend life with. I like her. She says she's a ball of sass. And I really think she is going to be a lot of sass. I don't know if he's going to know how to take it from her, but I really feel like I don't feel like, well, I don't know. I feel like he might be a little slow for her. But we will see. Maybe she will bring him out of his shell. He likes to do Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions. I don't know. Like, I don't want that to be his party trick. If you know what I mean. Like, everywhere they go, he's doing Arnold Schwarzenegger. Please don't let me that. Chris, if you're listening, please don't let that be your party trick, because I don't want to keep seeing that. But Nicole is going to be that one that is going to be full of life and full of energy. They're both dog parents. She's in love with her dog. It was a little weird. If y'all remember on the show, she does a puppet show for her dog and everything. He's very close with his dog. So hopefully it won't be a Alexis and Justin situation where the dogs start fighting. I hope for their sakes, the dog gets along because they are both dog parents. And I'm pretty sure if it is, it's going to be an issue in their relationship if the dogs do not get along. So hopefully they will they will get along and it won't be no problems, because that is going to definitely be a big issue for them. But I like her. I think she's ready to love. She says she's not going to give up on it. She says she's not going to she's going to put in the effort for her, for this marriage. So if she's going to do that, I think that this could work. Chris, he wants to, to spoil someone. He wants to have that romance. And I feel like if she could just bring it down a little bit, that it won't intimidate him, because I don't see him as the type of person who will be able to speak up for himself or to say, hey, I don't like that. I feel like she will bulldoze him if he doesn't. And I don't think she would do it on purpose. I think that's just her personality. But because he's a nice guy, that nice guy thing always puts in my mind that you don't know how to set good boundaries for yourself. So I'm hoping that he is able to speak up and say, like, I don't like this. She's already told the ladies that, she's going to give him a safe word and say pineapples. So if she's doing too much. So he might be saying the word pineapples over and over and over, because I feel like she's going to be a little bit overwhelming at first. And then I think they'll hit their stride. I don't think she's going to give up, and I definitely don't think he's going to give up, but I definitely want him to be able to speak up for herself and set good boundaries, and don't allow her to just have her way all the time, because that's a little boring sometimes. You need to be able to set boundaries for yourself, and then you don't feel overwhelmed or feel like you're not being heard or anything like that. So yeah, I'm hopeful for these two. What y'all think? Comment down below. So Nicole is 32 and Chris is 36. So that's a good little, I like that age range, as they're in the same life, in the span. That's a good range to me. The Dominyke and McKinley, I'm a little scared. It might be like a Veronica and Eric. Y'all remember them from Atlanta? Oh, Jesus. Yeah. So this is Airris and Jasmine. I like Jasmine. She reminds me of my cousin, one of my favorite cousins, and she definitely reminds me of my cousin, but I like her. Airris is 39. I forgot what he does, but he is a player from the Himalayas. He is still out in them streets. His cousin has called him out about it when he broke into his family. They were like, they were not supportive, because they said he's still in these streets. And I'm kind of scared for Jasmine, because I really like her personality. I think she's a nice girl, and I think she's in it to really, make this work. And she says she's always had a guy that she had to kind of been a project. Like, she's fixed them up for the next girl, and he's gone and left her for the next girl. And now he's a good man, and for the next girl. So I don't know. I like Jasmine though, and I'm scared that Airris might, because he said, like, on the show that 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks, but 2 weeks ago, or right before that, he found out he was getting married, that he had just, did the do with someone. And I'm just like, and that's kind of like close. It's a little sketchy. And he said he didn't take them apps off his phone. He said he just put them on snooze. So are you in it, Airris, or are you not? Like, don't be playing with Jasmine, because I like Jasmine, okay? So Airris, they basically bust out laughing when he tells them he's getting married. He said he's had his guard up since he got ghosted. He was always the ghoster, and then he got ghosted, and so that made him put his guard up. And I'm just like, just because you got ghosted one time, you had to be out here thotting and bopping? Like, what? Like, Airris, come on now. Like, that's very immature outlook. And he said he was doing that for like 9 years or something. He was out in them streets for 9 years, just laying it low and spreading it wide. So he said his father died young. So I don't think he really had that male figure in his life, unfortunately. So that's a big thing. He wants a woman that can uplift and elevate him, and definitely that's Jasmine because she has uplifted and elevated a lot of men for women. But Jasmine needs someone to uplift and elevate her. So what you gonna do for Jasmine? You saying what you need from a woman. What are you gonna do for her? Like this girl needs to be spoiled. This girl needs to, to know that a man is in it with her. And I'm hoping that Airris don't be playing the field. I'm hoping it's going to be a Woody and a Monty situation because I was scared about Woody. I was like, Woody is going to be in them streets still. And Woody is one of my favorite cast members on Married at First Sight. And him and Amani just had a baby. So I love them together. I love their love. So I'm hoping that the same will go for Airris and Jasmine because I feel like she's so worthy. All of these, everyone is worthy of love. But I really liked her. I really connected with Jasmine. And probably because she reminds me of my cousin too, but I just liked her. And his cousin, Airris's cousin, was very vocal. She was like, look, you're not ready. This is not what you need to be doing right now. And at first I was like, dang. But then I started thinking like, you need that person who's not going to just tell you, whatever you want to hear. You need someone that's going to tell you the truth. And hopefully he used what she said and want to prove her wrong and do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see. I got my eye on you, Airris. I ain't sure about you yet. So Jasmine, she's 32, so like a very good age range, and I think that she's very mature. So I don't think the maturity level would not be there. But Airris, I need you to stay out in the streets. She's very close to her family. They have, when she told her family they were at a game night, and they celebrated for her. They were, they spoke life into her, and I love her Aunt Pat. And Airris, I think if you do anything wrong, Aunt Pat is gonna come for you, Airris. Aunt Pat is coming for you. So yeah, Aunt Pat spoke life into her. That's what a family is supposed to do. Speak life into each other. And they spoke life into her and said, how worthy she is. And they would just seem like a very close-knit and fun family. I feel like if Airris do what he's supposed to, he would enjoy these family karaoke nights. Looked like they had good beverages. So yeah, Airris, if you play your cards right, you can get in her family and have fun. It's nothing like having a good family and that's fun and that you could just go and just let your hair down and be yourself around and not be around here fighting. I love that. I love Jasmine's family. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this couple. I'm hoping, I think if Airris does right, Jasmine is going to be fine. I think she's going to be a good wife. I feel like she's going to be a good wife. She's a cheerleading coach. She's a beauty queen and all of that. So she's beautiful. She has a nice shape. Body is banging. She has a nice personality. So I'm really thinking if Airris does what he's supposed to do, this will be a good relationship. But if he still want to be out here in these streets, it ain't gonna work. And Jasmine ain't gonna take it. I ain't gonna let Jasmine take it. And Aunt Pat ain't gonna let Jasmine take it. Okay? Okay. So let's go to the next couple. Y'all, let's see. This is the last couple. Clint and Gina. Clint and Gina. Well, again, on paper, I'm trying to choose my words. On paper, they are good. They both are adventurous. She likes to travel. He likes to be on his sailboat. He likes adventure. They're both like, full of life. I feel like, on paper, yeah, he doesn't mind a woman who has her own business or if she makes more than he's not intimidated by that because that's one of the things that Gina said. She comes in contact with a lot of men who are intimidated that she makes more money than them. Intimidation, I kind of also, that gives me pause when someone like, I'm intimidated, because Sasha said that too. In the last season, where she was like, she intimidates men. And I don't think it's really intimidating, it's maybe how you come across. Like a little bossy or a little stuck up or anything like that. And it just kind of rubbed them the wrong way. That could rub someone the wrong way. Because it's just, are you flaunting it? Like, I got it and you don't. Like, is it that type of situation? Like, I don't want, if you're doing something like that, yeah, you're going to be off-putting to other people. So hopefully she's not intimidated. I actually like her. I like Gina. I don't know if I like Clint for Gina, though. I really don't. I feel like he's going to be, like, in some ways, like a little bit of a jerk. Do y'all see that? Like, I don't know. He seems like he might be a little condescending and he might be a jerk. And I don't know if Gina's personality is going to take it. Now, like I said, on paper, they look great. They both like adventure. They both like, are like the spice of life. Clint must have some decent money because he does sell boats and he has his own boat and all that kind of stuff. And I can see Gina loving to luxuriate on a boat and just, be able to let her hair down from, being in the salon and all that stuff. I can see that. But I don't know, something about Clint for me doesn't like him for Gina. But we're going to see. He loves to get the party started because he really enjoyed being with the strippers at the bachelor party. He's into Top Gun, so I do like that about Clint because I love Top Gun too. So yeah, he's into that, into a lot, into 80s stuff. He's 40. He say he's 40, but y'all, Clint look all of 45. I don't know. I don't think Clint just 40, y'all. We might need to check some birth certificates. But yeah, his friends are very much so older, or they appear older. So I don't know. Gina, it seems like she's funky and she's fun. So I don't know. Maybe she'll mesh with his friends. I'm not really sure, but I like Gina. Like, that's how I felt. Like, I feel like Clint will be like a Mitch from last season. This might be a whole Mitch and Kristen situation, but I don't see Gina being like Kristen at all. I feel like Gina will, give him the business if she needs to. But I do like them individually. Like, Clint is probably going to be the life of the party. He seems like a good guy that if you want to, go out with, he's going to be fun. But I just don't know if I would put them two together. And I feel like he's going to say, like, he's going to be a little condescending towards Gina, and she's going to have to put him in his place. And I don't think he's going to be able to handle that because I don't see her holding her tongue for that. But I like them. So we're gonna see. I got my eye on these two. Clint seems like he's going to be unwilling to change a lot because he just wants. And I mean, you don't really want to change yourself in a marriage per se, but you do have to compromise. You do have to, say, okay, it's certain things like I like to throw my shoe. I like to walk around. Like, for instance, this is just for an example. You don't have a problem walking around in the house with your shoes on, but your partner doesn't like you walking around the house with the shoes on. So are you going to sit there and say, well, I don't have a problem with it, so I'm going to continue to do it? Or just be like, okay, this is not something I want to fight. This battle is not mine. So I'm just going to take my shoes off and just be okay with it. Like, are you willing to do stuff like that? Or are you willing to just have petty wars with people? And just so you can have your way, or to get your way, or just to be arguing for the sake of arguing. Like, I don't want that type of marriage. And I feel like those type of marriages do crumble quickly when you just bicker all the time about everything, because that becomes tiring. Who has time to sit up here and bicker? Not me. I don't want to. I'd rather be making love. I'd rather be doing fun things versus over here just arguing. Ain't nobody arguing with you. Y'all seen that on Instagram with that guy? He said, arguing? Ain't nobody arguing with you. I don't know who the man guy, but that's what I think about when I think about it. These, like, I feel like they might be the Bickersons. Like they might be the Bickersons. So I don't know. We shall see. Those are some of my thoughts on the couple so far. I think it'll be fun to do a quick little I'm going to show you their dresses, and I'm going to probably do a little quick one pool card reading for some of these because you know that I do spiritual stuff as well. So I might just do for fun, just do a little quick card reading on each one. So we're going to go back to Shaquille and Kirsten. So Shaquille and Kirsten. I like Kirsten's dress. However, yeah, I like her dress. I don't think I would have picked it out, but it came across like old Hollywood glam. You know, that's what it came across like. It gave me 20s vibes. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is ask ask spirit to just do one card on these couples and see what comes out. All right, and I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and end this video because I don't want to belabor the point. So let's go ahead. So spirit, let's see. Give me one card for the energy of Kirsten and Shaquille's relationship. So just shuffling and see what pops out. Ooh, all right. The Wheel of Fortune, y'all. They got here we go. The Wheel of Fortune. There we go. Wheel of Fortune. So they got the Wheel of Fortune. I'm thinking that what Spirit wants to say about Shaquille and Kirsten is going to be up to them. If they're going to make this work, it's going to be up to them. It's going to be in their hands to make this thing work. I feel like it could be definitely good, but if if they let little things get in the way, it definitely will go bad. But if they work at it, I think that they are a good couple. So they got the Wheel of Fortune. So I really think that this is a good sign for them. And I feel like it's, like I said before, I feel like it's all in their hands. And this marriage is going to be what they make it. And I feel like they check each other's boxes. And if they can move past the aesthetics and see past that, and if they know, like I know, so since they both church going, God looks on the heart. God looks on the heart. And so if they can look on each other's heart and see, you know, the heart of the person and see that this is what you asked for, and you can let attraction grow between them, I think it could work. But we're gonna see, honey. We're gonna see. Let's see who we got next. This is Mack and Dominyke. All right, Spirit. Give me one good card for the energy of Mack, McKinley, and Dominyke. And I don't know if that's how you spell her name or not. One good card. Okay. Spirit. Anytime now. Oh, here we go. The Moon card. Let's see if I got it. Here we go. The Moon card. They got the Moon card. What I'm feeling like the Moon card is saying is that some stuff ain't all kosher with them. I feel like there's some stuff that may come out that, you know, they may have told the experts one thing, but really there's some other stuff involved in this couple, and that's going to be their detriment, is whatever they told the experts or Married at First Sight, the producers or whatever they wanted, what they felt like they should say. Like, you know how you're on an interview, like I'm giving you those, you know, I'm doing the interview questions like, yeah, I'll take on more tasks. When in your mind, you're like, I don't want to do nothing else. I don't want to do that. So it's going to come out that something that, you know, they were trying to keep hidden is going to come out to the light with this couple, and it's probably going to be at their detriment. I don't see that this couple's going to make it. That moon card doesn't seem good for me for this couple, and I don't know what was lying beneath the surface on this, but something's going to come out. That's what it appears to me. So let's move on. We got Nicole and Chris. All right, Spirit. What's one good card to give me the energy surrounding Nicole and Chris's relationship? And this is all for entertainment purposes. This is not to say this is what's going to happen. This is just for entertainment purposes. This is nothing to say that this is really what's going to happen, or somebody's, you know, anything is, you know, coming out about these people. This is just for entertainment purpose. My cards fell, so I had to pick them up. Let's start back over. All right, what's the energy between Chris? One card that will be the energy of Chris and Nicole's relationship. Spirit. Okay, I gotta get myself together. This is the Two of Cups. Two of Cups, y'all. So they got the Two of Cups, which, you know, this is a relationship. That's my relationship card. Marriage, union. So I feel like this is probably a good pairing. Like I said, I feel like if Chris can establish healthy boundaries, I feel like they're going to try to make this work. They're going to try to make it work. They probably will make it to decision day and say yes. But I really feel like Chris is the onus is going to be on Chris. I really want Chris to, you know, say what he means and mean what he says. And I feel like if he does, because Nicole is wanting this to work, she's going to compromise. She's going to do what you know, she's going to try to work with you, but you're going to have to tell her, because she's not going to ask. You know what I mean? She's not going to ask, sir. And this just popped out too. To the staffs. So yeah, I feel like Two of Staffs is telling me again, it needs to make Chris, you got to make a decision what you're gonna do. You know, how you're gonna be. You know, how you're gonna show up in this relationship. You got to make that decision. All right, so we're at Airris and Jasmine. Spirit, give me a good card, one card for the energy of Airris and Jasmine's relationship. Oh, just popped open. Nine of Swords. All right, again, this is for entertainment purposes. I'm trying to get as close as I can. Nine of Swords. And you see, there's a lot going on. Nine of Swords. I feel like the Nine of Swords is, I feel like it's telling me that it's just going to be, it's going to be one thing after the other, one thing after the other, one thing after the other. And I feel like the person that's on their knees is like Jasmine. I feel like this is Jasmine. I feel like she's gonna keep, you know, working with it. Then one, you know, she's gonna work through one thing, and here go another thing. Work through one thing, and here go another thing. Work through one thing, and here go another thing. And it's kind of like the cycle in this relationship. And I feel like it's going to be exhausting, and it's going to be exhausting for them. And I feel like if that is the case, Airris, I feel like I'm focusing on Airris. I feel like, you know, it will come from his end, and I feel like you need to tie up those loose ends, bruh. Tie up your loose ends. So, you know, separate yourself from anything that's going to come out and just to look bad on you and your relationship. I really feel like, you know, coming in this relationship with a clean slate and really work towards it. Do not be a burden on Jasmine. She doesn't deserve that. And this is not how you want to start out a marriage or a relationship anyway. Clean your stuff up. Clean up. Start with a clean slate, please. For the love of God. All right. Next one, Clint and Gina. Let's see. Spirit was one good card for the energy. This one popped out. The Hangman. This relationship is going to take a lot of patience. It's going to take a lot of patience. And I'm hearing it's going to be patience on the part of Gina. Like, she's going to have, in order for this, there is a lot of patience that's going to have to be taken into consideration. I also feel like, some things are just, not everything is not all clean. Some things, I feel like some people might feel a little trapped in this relationship. That they may not be able to express themselves fully, may feel a little trapped, like this may not be the particular relationship that they thought it was going to be, or what the process they thought it was going to be. They feel a little claustrophobic. You know what I mean? A little claustrophobic, and this is maybe not what they felt like they signed up for, and they just kind of like, ugh. Like, just get me through it, like get me through this process. But it's not going to be, I feel like this process is not going to be everything that they thought it was going to be, and they feel a little trapped in the closet. No pun intended. But yeah, that's what I'm getting off my reading. That's, like I said, it's for entertainment purposes. This is not to say that any of this is going to come true. This is just my interpretation of the cards. So that's all I got. I don't have anything else to give. If you, like I said, if you get anything out of this, come on, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified about all of my uploads. But I am really, really, really excited about this. Well, kind of excited, but I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm hopeful because it kind of started out a little slow for me. So I'm hoping that it's going to pick up a little bit. And I'm excited but I am excited to be back with y'all. That's what I am. I am excited. So look to see more videos coming, and I will try my hardest to be consistent. But it's your girl, April, signing off. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.